All right, let's head to New York now, where we're going to rewind back to May when Mayor Bill de Blasio came out saying this.
I think both the Post and the Daily News owe Chirlane an apology. I think they owe all of us an apology for absolutely misrepresenting what she said and for caricaturing, a reality that I think so many women face.
Mayor de Blasio going to bat for his wife, demanding an apology after media outlets dubbed her a bad mom. This after she spoke exclusively with New York Magazine about motherhood, postpartum depression, her sexual past, and their family. De Blasios must be ready to face probably some more tough questioning because there is speculation that the First Lady is interested in writing a memoir. Daily News reporting that McCray has been meeting with editors and agents who are interested in working with her on a book. Daily News says, given her backstory, she grew up feeling isolated in a largely white town and was a lesbian when she met Bill de Blasio. She's considered a get by top agents. Should make for an interesting read. And Domenic, you surprised me by saying you think this is a smart move by Ms. McCray and the First Family.
There'll be fallout for the mayor in terms of what she may reveal further. But let's look at this in from the prism of politics. It was smart the way they handled the fact of her lesbian relationships.
Okay, they got that up, but now they're elected. They're not running for anything. Why are they doing it now other than getting in advance?
Well, you have to understand, I've known her now for about 30 years. She is not the typical politician. Often the wives want office more than the men do. The wives are often more driven than the candidate is. And oftentimes more, frankly, more polished and smarter. But she is the type of woman where she tells you what's on her mind. I saw her about a month ago, and we were having a conversation about, and de Blasio was saying to me that he had been poked and prodded and everywhere that you could imagine by the media. And I was saying to her that he said to me he was going to be mayor years ago, and they all said to me they were going to be mayor, and I thought he was. Yeah. And she said, well, he proved to be right, didn't he, Domenic? And the way she said it, you could tell that she had her husband's back. Richard, she's not your typical politician. Well, she's going to be out there.
We're going to see here, and while it may make for a good read, I don't know if it's going to be a distraction, but we shall see. All right. In New York Congressman Michael Grimm from Staten Island, he's got another problem to worry about as if he doesn't have enough. His Democratic challenger, Domenic Recchia, he is ready to rumble. Recchia saying Grimm should pick on someone his own size, referencing, of course, Mr. Grimm's comments about that New York One reporter that was threatened to be thrown off the balcony by Mr. Grimm. Someone his own size, and he also says that he apparently, Mr. Recchia is the guy for the job. He's also looking to unseat the two-term incumbent in the race for the 11th Congressional District. Attorney, former City Council Finance Chair, former top lieutenant for Christine Quinn. He also chaired the Culture Affairs Committee. I have a separate question. Why engage? You're up. Grimm, I think, has a one-person campaign at this moment. Why even mention the name? I mean, all he's got to do is basically coast. He's going to win. Grimm's all but unelectable, right? I mean, even the Republican Party, state and national, is staying away from him.
Yeah, I mean, it's curious as to why he's taking this on, except it feels like, he's still back in the campaign mode that he thought he was going to be in with Grimm, where he was the challenger, he was down, and, let's face it, he doesn't live on Staten Island. Grimm's the incumbent, and so, he's fighting it like there's still a big threat. And, quite frankly, Grimm, with name recognition and a very low turnout, could potentially make a go of this thing.
What's Grimm's chances to keep his job?
Honestly, I've been talking to some people on Staten Island, maybe 65%.
No.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well,
There's a reason this piece came out on Recchia today in the Times. There's a reason why Recchia is joining this fight. He is from Brooklyn. He's not from Staten Island. Staten Island is very Republican. Michael Grimm is not dead yet. And you say in that Times piece, even Grimm was saying, or some Grimm supporters were saying, this is all just Schumer working his magic and pulling the levers.
And the polls don't reflect turnout as well as they should, particularly in that district. So if he can get the turnout, and with his name recognition...
He's not done, Richard.
He's Italian and he's Republican.
He might be going away, though.
He might be going away, yeah.
I think he's the favorite.
All right. Coming up next, amazing story. 75 years after Lou Gehrig proclaimed himself the luckiest man on the face of the earth, Major League Baseball doing it the right way, honoring the man and the moment. We'll talk about that straight ahead.